Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Okay, so I'm going to do another arena run as a Paladin. But it's going to be like that first one that was really good in that I'm going to get far. But it's going to be unlike that one in that I'm also going to get good cards this time. And then I'm still going to get far. And not just do badly like other times more recently. Oh, that's an interesting choice off the start. The Auctioneer is super awesome. But I don't know how many spells I'm going to get. Like, this would be a great last choice. If I had 29 cards already, and I'd know how many things I'm going to get. But without knowing how many spells I'm going to get, and how many cheap spells I'm going to get, I think I'm really going to have to go with the Twilight Drake. Because it's often like a Super Yeti. Although it is silenceable. I'm going to take the Harvest Golem because he's strong. Tempted to take the War Golem and make sure I have fat, because I got burned another time recently. It didn't have fatness, but no, I'm gonna take the Tauren Warrior. He's pretty solid. Silvermoon Guardian, who's kind of averagey. Humility, which is it's interesting. The thing is, I don't like that it doesn't kill them. Like, yeah, it's good, but I don't know. And Repentance. Oh, Repentance is horrible. We're not taking. I thought it might have been one of the other ones. I get their names confused. They all sound like Paladin junk. But no. We're not taking this piece of crud. This is like a really bad snipe. No. It's just like snipe, but without all the actual advantages of snipe. So I guess we take Silvermoon Guardian. He's not my favorite, but he's not that bad. I'm going to take the Dragonling Mechanic because it's kind of like a Yeti. It's like a Yeti except it suffers from Divide and Conquer. Tempted to take Worgen Infiltrator for that rush power, but I'm going to take the Raging Worgen because he's stronger beatdown. Garbage again. Now this is interesting because you play this on a guy just before you trade, and it's like you just got a free guy. Like you got your guy back for one. That's pretty impressive. Blessing of Might, it's also pretty impressive. Lets a guy trade for something much bigger. Again, I wish it was later on in the deck so I knew how many guys I had that had larger attack and stuff, but I think I'm actually going to take the Hand of Protection, even though I like Blessing of Might better. We have a Legendary. I can take Onyxia, one of the crappiest dragons. Leroy Jenkins, who is pretty hardcore and would normally win out over most things. Or Tyrion Fordring, the actual Paladin legend, who is a friggin' psychopath and definitely one of the best class-specific legends. Only a 6/6 for 8, but with Taunt, Divine Shield, and if he dies, I get a super weapon. He's vulnerable to silence, but even if you silence him, he's still a 6/6. We have to take Tyrion Fordring. I would think that would help somewhat. This is the one I thought that other secret, I thought it was this one. This one is interesting. I might actually take it. One of my guys dies, return it to life with 1 health. It's not great. It's actually just kind of like a worse Hand of Protection for most things. I don't even think it triggers battle cries, but I'm going to give this a shot. It'll be an experiment. Standard rare. Knife Juggler works pretty well with Paladin. Abomination seems to work against being a Paladin, but on the other hand, Abomination is awesome. It could help me get out of some sticky situations. Damn, that's tough. I don't have anything cheap. I don't have any cheap creatures yet, so I'm going to take the Knife Juggler. Blessing of Wisdom can be good. Fen Creeper, Consecration. Yes, finally some good Paladin stuff. Not taking a stupid Repentance. This is a little tough. Hammer of Wrath is damn good, but I think I have to take the True Silver Champion. It does a lot more damage for the cost. If I already had 3 True Silver Champions, I would definitely take the Hammer to mix it up. I mean, you can only have so many weapons, right? Engineer would help me draw a card, which helps me get closer to Tyrion Fordring. That's pretty good. The Warden helps me to survive long enough to get Tyrion Fordring. Another Hand of Protection, which is also pretty good. I'm starting to actually have a lot of the 3 and 4 cost stuff, but on the other hand, that's kind of where it's won. I'm going to take that Novice Engineer. Thin out my deck a little. You're garbagey. You're actually kind of cool with if I have the sword, but I only have one sword so far. I don't know how that's going to work out. Whatever. This guy's big and healy, though. This, again, this is a strong first turn play. Its effectiveness declines, like, exponentially after that. It's just kind of junk, mostly. I suppose if you had the weaponsmith enrage guy who gives his enrages +2 attack on your weapon, I guess that's sort of a combo, but not really, because this is just bad and you could be using something else. So yeah, Cultmaster can draw me some major cards. I have the token creatures I could potentially have too, but I think I have enough I have a lot of, not enough, but relative to what I have so far, my deck's a little bit heavy casting cost. This is cheaper and gives me silence, which I don't have yet. You're pretty effective at smashing things, but I'm actually going to go with the Loot Hoarder for more like card draw, get through my deck faster. Card draw became a lot more valuable to me when I got Tyrion Fordring, but I know I didn't take the Cult Master. He rarely works out well for me. Another True Silver Champion or a Darkscale Healer. That's kind of tough because the healer is good, right? I mean, 1 more mana than a Yeti. You get a Yeti, and it heals everything for 2. But no, I'm going to take the second True Silver Champion. That should help out a lot. This is tough. Yeah. Because that burst damage would be really useful from this. And this is sort of burst damage, but it's very expensive. On the other hand, card draw. I'm going to take that. I want to take you, but I have to take the Argent Protector because he's super, super amazing. I'm going to regret all these Blessing of Mites I didn't take, I can tell. Summoning tokens from my ability doesn't count for this. I have some cheap cards. If I'd been taking all the Blessing of Mites and all the Hands of Protection, this guy would be more tempting. But I have a lot of expensive stuff too. I'd rather just have the Azure Drake because he's awesome and draws a card. I have a lot of stuff to protect with this. Or do I? Not as much, actually. I need more big creatures again. I'm back to that point. This does let me trade something favorably. It's good with Raging Worgen. I think I'm going to take the Bluegill Warrior, though. Err on the side of more creatures. Same thing here. This guy is so efficiently awesome. And now, do I want the Spiteful Smith? I do have 2 weapons, and I've kind of decided I like 4/6 for 5 is pretty good. If you have any use for his Enraged, he's actually... Yeah, I know he's not a Yeti. He's not as efficient as the Yeti, but I don't mind him so much if you have weapons. Or I could get a second Hammer of Wrath, in which case I'm having very close to the constructed deck sort of removal. You know what? As much as I like Hammer of Wrath, I'm going to take the Smith because I think I need more of that sort of fatness in here. I do have some weapons, so I could maybe get charge out of you, and you're a first turn play. This is 2 guys, but I think the first turn play might actually win out over this. And I like charge stuff. I do have 2 weapons for her, which is pretty good. I also have 2 weapons for him, but I would take her over him, for sure. Nightblade is a little aggressive. No, Bloodsail Raider is like beatdown machine. What do I take here? Because the Jungle Panther is another form of removal. It's kind of like weird, but he is really. And he's a little cheaper. The Spellbreaker has silence, though, and I really would like the silence. Also, Direwolf Alpha is good. I do actually have a decent amount of weenies now, but no, I don't want any more like low-cost weenie stuff. I want Spellbreaker, I think. Another Spiteful Smith. Or a guy who heals for 3, or the Acolyte of Pain. I don't have any combos with the Acolyte of Pain, so I don't think I'm taking him, even though he's good. Healing 3 could be useful. I do have a fair amount of things that could use some healing, I guess, but no, I'm gonna take the Smith. I don't know, it's probably dumb. It feels less dumb if I now take the True Silver Champion. Another Guardian of Kings would be good. He would be good as a like first turn play also. Like this is all good stuff. I think with the 2 Smiths now, I'm gonna take a second True Silver Champion, see if that can become my thing. Blessing of Kings is really good for bursting down your opponent. But second Consecrate. It would be second Consecrate. I do have a lot of weenies. I have a lot of bubbles, which really enhances the Blessing of Kings. This is so hard. How can I not take second Consecrate? But I don't have that surprise killing power in this deck. I think I actually have to take the Blessing of Kings. And I do have a lot of, like, bubbles and stuff. I hate that I turned down a Consecrate. That is pain. Wow, nice choice at the end too. Sword of Justice, very good, but I already have 3 weapons, so I'm not hurting, or rather, I'm not, like, it may actually start to conflict. These are already going to conflict with themselves. Having another weapon isn't going to help. And Lay on Hands is another, having 1 Lay on Hands is so awesome, and it makes some of these, like, weenie-ish things seem better too, because, okay, I have Tyrion Fordring and a Lay on Hands, and most of the removal from one of these decks. I mean, I really wish I could have got that second Consecrate. But I think having a Blessing of Kings, that's an option. If I can just get out a minion, have it stay alive long enough that it can attack, then that's... I mean, I can use that to kill stuff, I can use it to make the minion tougher, but it can also be sort of like another form of charge. I can even have one of my 1 or 2 cost charge guys and then play that on them. So. It's not my favorite starting hand, but I do have some slower things. Redemption kind of works with these guys, I think. I could be wrong. Man, I don't know. I don't like Silvermoon Guardian that much. I'm going to pitch him and hope I get a 2-cost guy, but I'm going to get an 8-cost thing instead. No, that deckhand's fine. Dude, what do I need a 2-cost guy for? I'm a Paladin. But you know what I mean. Like, having cheap stuff is good. I almost should have just played the Redemption instead of that. Yeah, whatever. I want the Redemption for him right now. Later on, it could be much better if I get something better back, but this guy should come back as a taunt creature with a high attack. Well that's kind of unpleasant. Ooh, sure, you're good stuff, but I'm gonna... It's probably stupid, but I'm just gonna attack and token up.
Reporting for duty.
I want to get some use out of the token. I mean, he's probably just going to be aggressive right back to me. And I only have 1 Consecrate, so I'm not really going to draw the Consecrate. But I could do something like Redemption, attack with this guy, and I'm not going to have a weapon for that. That has to die. Are you leaving me with a guy to kill your buzzard? That is kind of a silly use of buzzard, but okay. I'll take it.
To battle!
That is fine. I'm not sure why he played it that way. Animal Companion is strong. Aw, damn it. That's very annoying. If you had a different Animal Companion, it would have worked out awesome, but oh well. I hate to play her without the sword when I have so many swords, but I probably should. Because I'd rather put her out and then bubble her than just put out a token and then bubble it. But I could save her. She can come out as a 6/3. I have 3 swords in here that I can use for that. I think I'm getting too fancy if I do that, though. It's good to get tokens every turn.
I wonder...
This guy's going to kill my 2/2. That's what, I'm not going to have much left, right? Oh, whatever. I'm going to do it with the token. I can Blessing of Kings the token, presumably. We'll see what happens.
What you want?
I feel itchy.
You have a taunt guy now. Interesting. Tyrion Fordring, you are also interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to trade him for the crappy taunt
This
guy.
is my
I'd say that's
responsibility.
worthwhile. Says I can then trade this guy's bubble for this. And then play something large. I mean, I could have just killed the leopard gnome and get it out of the way, but there's a small chance, however tiny chance it is, that I might draw a silence creature and want to silence him and then kill him. And take 2 less damage. And there's also a small chance the 2/1 could have got bounced somehow and then used. Interesting. Duh. Curse you. So if I Blessing of Kings this guy and hit that, and then that turns out to be an explosive trap, then when I hit him it's going to kill my Blessing of Kings guy, which is not much fun.
Let me think.
I don't know how to deal with this, because I really don't know what spell he's got there. Let's just kill this like that. It's the snake trap, okay. He didn't have a combo for it, so I can live with that. I could Blessing of Kings and play a 2/3. I could Blessing of Kings and play a Redemption, which might get this guy back. Excuse me. I'd rather do it when on a planned trade, though.
The battle! The battle!
Not the greatest outcome, but yeah. So now he can kill my weaponsmith, or he can hit me for a bunch, which he might do. I was pretty tempted to Blessing of Kings to start beating him, but again, it's kind of a surprise, hopefully. Hopefully if he has a silence, he wastes it on this and doesn't save it for Tyrion Fordring. Because Ashbringer.
My eyes are open.
I kind of saw this triple snake play coming. It would have been nice to have the redemption out, but I didn't want to count on it. It would have been a good gamble, so I should. Oh, you did waste a silence. Oh, I hope you don't have any more silence, because soon stuff's going to happen. Now I get the consecrate? Really? Now? Really now? Anyhow. I'm wondering if I should go a little aggressive. Because I know I have Tyrion Fordring coming, and he only has 1 card left, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Blessing of Kings this.
The battle!
Smash. Smash. Actually, if I Redemption, this guy should get his Death Rattle back. If he kills this guy first, I'll get gypped, because I could be using that for double Fordring. This is the first thing that dies. And I'm going to make a token anyway. There's also a chance that could die. So yeah, we'll save it for now. Thing is, Tyrion Fordring is either going to die immediately or never, probably. So the fact doing this the turn after is probably going to be too late. But we'll see what happens. What is your card, dude? What are you planning? Yeah, that part was predictable. Oh, you're going for the pure beatdown. That might not work out for you. So, I could do Tyrion Fordring, which is obviously very impressive and stuff like that, but I'm not sure. That's leaving him a lot of stuff there, whereas he doesn't have many cards. I could maybe establish board control first, and then just own it with that. So, if I consecrate, these guys are all pretty beat up. Then I play Redemption, trade this guy for him. I should get him back with Death Rattle. He'll still only have 1 health, but he'll have Death Rattle, so I'll be gaining, like, 2 guys for this. That's 5 mana. I would have 3 left, which doesn't do me much. This guy'd be at 1 health. I could kill him with him. I think I like that plan, actually. It's seems solid. I want to find out a little bit more. I haven't really used Redemption. I want to make sure it works as intended. Excellent.
The battle! Battle!
I don't think his Arena Hunter deck is going to kill me with 2 cards and 8 mana from 15 health. Could be wrong. I mean, arguably I wasted that secret, given I could have been saving it for Tyrion Fordring, but I don't know. It seemed to work out well. And now we can give my opponent the pleasure of seeing this. This is exactly what you ever want to see ever under any circumstances.
Put your faith in the light.
Now technically, if you're a priest and you got 10 mana and a mind control, then you're like, hooray! But most of the time you're like, boo. Good job, you killed that guy. You have problems. I'm a little surprised he didn't surrender. He certainly didn't have to surrender, but it's going to be hard to recover from.
You love my new recipe.
Oh no. Oh, that's handy. But can I kill him? 6, 7, 8, 12. No, I really can't kill him. I better get the health then. But I could kill his dude. Yeah, getting the health would be good. But I could kill his dude, play this and that. Wow. He's not going to do 11 damage to me with 1 card, in all likelihood, when I have taunt. Yeah. I don't think it's too big a risk in a board control.
Let me think.
No, it shouldn't be necessary, damn it. No, we'll just do this. This is the safest.
Justice. Don't test me, child. The battle!
Comes back bigger, sort of.
Move quickly. Reporting for duty.
It seems safer to mess around. That means I don't have a 6/3 Bloodsail Raider to attack with, but I can still surprise damage the Crucible Champion, so it's fine. It's still game over.
Don't test me, child, for justice.
Yeah, so in the arena in particular, Tyrion Fordring is pretty sick. So, with any luck, we can do a little bit better with this particular Paladin deck. But we're going to have to find out next time. Put the hammer down on that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.